I think we'll be okay. And we're off. Ooh, nice dangles there. Absolutely. Set up. Ah, nice. Yeah, that was very quick reaction time from him. He was able to pop that in after a great defensive rotation in his own end. He made the save, took the ball all the way down the field, and was able to put his team up 1-0 right like that, and then he makes another save.
All right, and I apologize. I think I had my microphone muted that entire time, but we're back now. You guys missed some of the dankest commentary you ever heard, and hopefully I can
It's just been that
from
kind
that.
of day.
Yeah.
I had some technical difficulties for sure.
Yeah, I'm still a little new to this, but we're going to get through it, guys. And we got Spicy clearing the ball out to the midfield there, right into G-Nob, I want to say, or Genos, rather. Saitama with the block in midfield, and Spicy coming, rotating out, getting boost. Skills is staying with the ball there, blocked by Saitama. These names are kind of hard to pronounce.
Yeah, they are. I'm not sure exactly how he wants it. And T-Mills kills, able to send it in.
I'm going to call him Skills. I'm going to say Skills for that guy.
Yeah.
Make it a little bit easier. So Enigma's up on the wall here. He grabs the boost, very smart out of him, kind of patiently waiting. Spicy and Maverick are kind of on top of each other here. One of them needs to rotate off, but they're still on top of each other, and I don't like this whatsoever.
Defending each other.
They need to, if one person sees they have the initiative, they need to have that communication to, hey, back off, I've got this, go into midfield and await the pass. But they don't have that quite yet. But Spicy showing the control right here, getting around the ball and getting a brilliant flick in the middle. But Saitama with the great save right there, bailing his teammate out after he almost got styled on.
Yeah, that was a beautiful setup by Spicy. He's already showing that he knows how to control the ball and just slow down the game.
Right, and that's almost rare to see out of most players, knowing when they have the patience and the precision to grab the ball on the ground and take a dribble shot. Most players just want to grab the balls in the air. I mean, everybody likes taking aerials. It's super cool, but sometimes dribbling the ball in the back of your car and forcing defenders to miss with your precision is more effective than, taking up an aerial shot 20 feet in the air.
And Saitama already has 4 saves in this one.
Skills,
3 minutes in.
Boxing out Genos in the goal there, kind of pushing him out of the goal. That could have been a great play if shot came in. He would have been the deciding factor in that goal if it had happened. Spicy sees the ball up in the air, flies for it. I'm seeing that Spicy has a very good control in the air, able to hit the ball even at any angle. He's shown that he can do aerials. He's shown that he can dribble the ball. I think he's going to be a player to look for. In fact, I think we're going to go take a look from his perspective here and see what he's seeing on the field.
Definitely, but yeah, right. Saitama has his numbers so far with 5 saves now.
Now that we're watching Spicy, he's taking the perfect positioning and waiting for his pass. I really admire that. He's not overcrowding his teammate right there. He's actually waiting for him to hit it to him. He was taking an outward angle, waiting for the pass out to try to change the direction that the shot would come in. And Saitama, as I'm just kind of yelping over here, puts the ball in. Let's see what he sees over here. Puts the ball right in the corner, bounces in that corner. It's going to set perfectly over the goal. Is very patient with his ball, waits for it to set himself, and finds that angle into the very left.
Yep, and he has set up both of his own goals. He is his own assister. He is so hot. 2 goals, 5 saves, 3 shots for him.
And I see Saitama's car out here is portaled out with the blue propulsion gel and the cake that is so much of a lie. It shows that it's completely orange in the garage selection, but when you get it on top of your car, it's blue. Coming in, taking
pretty much unplayable.
Yeah, I don't even know how he's playing right now, let alone scoring scoring balls. And Spicy again with this dribble.
Ah.
We're going to take this from his perspective here. He has shown this once before. Look, he waits for the ball here, gets it on top of his car, gets it around, and uses the back flip of his, uses the front flip to, it kind of like it's like a catapult. If you imagine the ball on the, or rather a trebuchet, if you can imagine the ball on the back of your car and flipping forward, you generate this kind of like slingshot motion that propels the ball forward with your back end.
Yep, but only 40 seconds left. We'll see if he can get the offense going to get his team another goal to maybe try to take game one, to steal game one.
Yeah, and I think Vape Nation right here, they really have a good chance to come back in this. Genos with the ball up here, kind of in a precarious situation. 20 seconds left. Vape Nation trying to get the ball out of there. Skills and Spicy both going for the ball. I think that if they're gonna want to close it out, Spicy's gonna be the one to have to score here. And here it is, Spicy just taking all the time in the world, feeling no pressure whatsoever from the Rarest of Pepes. But the Pepes come back in, score it in. Maverick off the wall here. Only 3 seconds left. Didn't get the save. Ball's in a precarious situation, but it doesn't matter. Even if that ball goes in, it's not a deciding factor of the game. And the Rarest of Pepes take that game to go up 1-0 in the match.
Yeah, and it was really just one player for each team that made things happen. Saitama and Spicy were so hot. Spicy had some great shots, but
you could say he was spicy.
Saitama had some great saves. Yes, he was.
Okay, all right.
It was so hot.
Caliente for sure. But okay, what do you think Vape Nation right here can improve on? I think it's a pretty even match, and I'm looking for Spicy to almost carry his team, as he's showing 4 shots in and the only goal for his team, and Maverick and Kills on the bottom there not really getting much of the action.
Yeah, but I mean, he was so close. Spicy was on a couple of those shots. You got to think more than one will go in the next game. I mean, they only lost by 1, and like I said, Enigma and Genos didn't really do all too much in this game either. So I think it's really going to be whoever's hotter. Sorry for saying it again. Spicy or Saitama. We'll see what happens in this one. Looks like we're going right into this match. And again, I think game 2 is so important. The difference between going up 2-0 in the series and, bring it back to 1-1. Of course, in the last series that we watched, Wisconsinites went up 2-0 and then ended up losing it all. So,
Right, but that wasn't any kind of happenstance. It was the addition of our lovely friend, I can't remember his name right now, but he had a crazy
M.
name.
Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan. How could I forget?
Yes.
But Saitama here playing it back into midfield. Right over his own goal, actually, clearing it towards his side of the field. Spicy up there, way up there, clearing the ball to the side. He bet he wanted to take a shot with that, but didn't quite get the direction.
Missed by Saitama. T-Mills not really able to control the ball, though. He could have walked that ball to the front of the net, but yeah, couldn't control it, kind of got caught sideways.
And in this game, I think I'm looking for Spicy to score off of dribbles. He's shown that, I think there was, in last game, he had one go in and one that was blocked very well, but he's going to be able to put that pressure on the Dankest of, I'm sorry, the Rarest of Pepes, I get the two. I get the two.
Dankest of Pepes.
The Dankest of Pepes. I get the two mixed up all the time.
Yeah, these names for some of these teams are really silly. Last night, one of the teams was We Really Suck. So, some interesting names.
Yeah.
Really representing their schools.
Yeah, showing the best of the Rocket League from the Rarest of Pepes. And Spicy here, that's what I'm talking about, on the dribble, nearly clears it over the defender right there, but gets up and defends it back into the center. It was a precarious clear, could have been scored, but thankfully members of the Rarest Pepes were there to bail out the block there.
Yeah, and he really just had no angle there. That's a tough one, even for Spicy.
Saitama whiffing the ball, giving initiative to Skills here. Skills centers it for his team. Enigma not there.
Nice.
Look at this. We're going to go to Enigma here, and he has a crazy awkward angle to this ball. He's going out thinking Genos is going to hit it first, and he takes a too wide of an angle. It gets cut right behind him, and Spicy takes the shot in. Vape Nation goes up 1 over the Rarest Pepes.
A little too passive, and of course, just as we expected, Spicy gets the goal.
Ball goes in midfield here. Saitama beating that one defender, beating 2 defenders, bumping Skills, but Maverick coming in to save it. Maverick leaving the ball, going up for a pass for Skills, but Skills misses the opportunity right there.
Yeah, and then Enigma just couldn't really get a hard shot towards the net. He had plenty of time and space.
Here we see Spicy again putting it in. I don't think he should have taken that shot. I think he had time to take one of those dribbles I was talking about. But he needs to realize when he has time, because I don't think the Rarest and Pepes are going to aggressive very much. They've shown that they're not playing very aggressive on defense, and they're going to give him all the time in the world. I hope he realizes that trend and capitalizes on this opportunity.
Oh, open net.
Open net right here
and
from
boom,
Spicy.
Boom, 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 boom for Spicy. What a goal.
Spicy just clearing it over everybody. And actually, the members of Rarest Pepes right there, they just kind of bumped into each other, creating some kind of collision and forcing each other out of the goal.
Yeah, they were pinching and they got caught.
Vape Nation goes up 2-0 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. I want to see the Rarest Pepes not get discouraged by this. They went up in the first game, and I think Spicy may be developing some patterns on the other team. But just as I say that, Enigma takes a lofty shot into the top there that goes right over the member of Vape Nation. He plays this ball not even by jumping, just by driving into it. The way that ball goes up is your car is a wedge. So if you can imagine a wedge going under a ball, you're going to scoop it up instead of hitting it forward. So the front of your car isn't a flat surface. It's more of a wedge that if you drive into it without flipping, if you're going at the right speed, the ball's just going to naturally loft up if it's on the ground.
Yeah, and that one Maverick was just caught backwards. It's so hard to really be able to read where the ball's going when you're facing the other way. He does not have eyes in the back of his head, folks. I promise.
Yeah, and having awareness like that, Enigma coming out with a good clear, misses the flip, I assume. He wanted to flip and hit that ball. He took the good position, but didn't quite get the hit on it. We're actually going to follow Spicy for a little bit and see what's going on with him. He's going to win this ball over, clear to the side of the field, just kind of winning it in midfield, not really attempting a shot or a pass, but just beating the defenders in mid. Attempts to center for his team there, but a weak attempt. He's going out to get this side boost over here. Saitama coming back. That angle right there is the correct angle you want to take whenever you're blocking a ball. He goes around and gets the side boost, fills up, and takes a super wide angle to the ball. That way you can come horizontally across the net and save any hot shots that may come in.
Yeah, and Saitama's not really being the dominant force that he was in game 1. I mean, he has 2 shots, 1 save, but he had plenty of shots on net in the last one.
Brilliant first touch by Spicy right there, putting it high on the wall, but doesn't get the second touch on the wall that he was hoping for. Saitama coming out with a clear right in midfield. That should have been a better shot in from Spicy, but he's still keeping it in, still with the patience. Enigma with the block in, not getting it over him. He's going to rotate and get boost. Let's see what the other members are doing. Enigma, kind of ball stalls in the middle, stalls on the side of the wall over there, waiting out patiently. Saitama plays a high ball.
And that one Maverick is kind of just sitting back. He's really just playing goalie for his team. He knows that Spicy can put the ball in the net. So he's playing very carefully. There he gets a nice clear.
Scales playing the ball over the wall over here. He's going to wait for this bounce, hopefully put it in the middle. Misses the backflip. 2 members of Orange up, but I think Maverick right there is possibly mind gaming. He may have just whiffed, but you know, we're going to call it a mind game. He's got the brains on that side of the team. I'm 100% sure. Skills up on the wall. Only 1 second left. They can't keep the ball up. And Vape Nation is going to take game 2, setting it to 1-1 in the match.
Yeah, and again, Spicy dominating the field. Saitama kind of quieter that match. Gino's not really much of anything from him. He got blanked. So I'm hoping some of the role players for these teams can kind of step it up. We've still been seeing some nice plays though.
Yep. And it wasn't really the dribbles in that game that Spicy capitalized on. I think it was just his quick positioning in midfield that won it. And it seems we've loaded up Wasteland. I hope this is okay from both teams. They seem to be joining in. If they're okay with it, we're going to let it rock.
Yeah,
but this gives a good opportunity to showcase one of the maps that really isn't seen in Rocket League too much, and it's infamous in that way. It's not because it's not because it's not allowed. It's because people don't like to play it because of the curved shape of the floor and the awkward bounces on the walls that Psionics planned they were fixing. And Saitama, showing Spicy who can dribble right here. He puts his ball forward. Spicy gets a bad block on it. He could have taken the shot in, but he decides to drive around the ball and alter the angle and then put a very nice second touch on the top of the goal. Brilliant patience coming out of him right there.
Yeah, that was just a pretty goal from him. Not a good clearing attempt from Spicy, and then a whiff by Skills trying to get the face-off, but luckily didn't come back to bite him.
All right, I think Saitama earned a little one-on-one time here, so we're going to follow him for a little bit, see what's going on. And it seems that it gets taken out by Skills. Something notable to mention is if you get demoed, if you get blown up while out in the field, you will spawn on either the left or the right back corner of your own goal. So you don't just spawn randomly in the middle of the field. It's either going to be one or the other. And sometimes if you demo somebody, they spawn in the exact right place you don't want them to be.
Yeah, and I've seen so many amazing saves from guys that just got demolished rather. So yeah,
Skills with the ball in, trying to save
wow.
it, and Skills showing his. I don't even know. He's gonna slow play this up on the wall, completely cuts the angle, and just stays where he is, incidentally blocking Saitama from possibly saving it. But I don't think Saitama was gonna save it anyway. But it sure looks good as he was blocking him out.
Yeah, and finally someone else is scoring a goal besides Saitama and Spicy. So
yes.
It's nice to see the other guys getting on the board.
1-1 on the game with about 4 minutes left. Enigma clearing the ball into the middle. Skills trying to center for his team there. Doesn't really get a good clear in. Spicy over in that corner, rotating out and getting boost. Ball stalls in the corner over here. Saitama out with the wall. Spicy back in the middle, see if he can set one up for his team. But Genos is there, just clearing it to the wall. Those high wall clears, they kind of stall the game out, allow your teammates to get boost. But it's happened sometimes that if your teammates are going to get boost, you lose the initiative, and that's how side switching happens. And Saitama with a clear out here, I don't think it's quite in yet, and Spicy should have the clear out. And actually a really good clear out of Spicy, getting a lot of power on it, clearing it to the wall. Still keeping up with it in the corner over here. He's actually going to wait patiently for this and misses his first touch as Enigma kind of pushes it away from him. Enigma's still on the ball, but Saitama is there to knock it back out. We're going to follow Saitama for a little bit more. Spicy coming up on the dribble there. Saitama kind of rotating out to the far side of the field, seeing if anything happens. Rotating right behind Enigma, exactly for that reason. Enigma couldn't get to that angle, so Saitama was thankfully there.
Enigma back, he's kind of caught going backwards, but Saitama was able to regroup and finally get a clear.
Right, Saitama still waiting in the goal here. This is kind of a high ball up. Blocks it in the best way he can, but Spicy with the shot in. He's going to bang that home every time, I have confidence. Saitama kind of goes up for the block, and it traps it in between him and the wall, not getting the clear out to the corner that he was hoping for, leading for an easy shot from Spicy.
Yeah, and part of the issue that some players have with this map is that, it's a completely different map that you have to practice on. Sometimes it can be hard to really read exactly where the ball's going. Saitama was close, but he ended up just pinching that and setting up Spicy. So it's unfortunate for him, but the game goes on.
These slightly raised and elevated sides of the field, they have a huge impact of when you jump. If you're trying to drive up that incline and jump, your acceleration is actually stunted as you try to jump, and it creates these situations where, like, okay, I definitely would have hit that if I was in the other maps. So you have to be aware of that kind of terrain swap in this map.
Yeah, but it's nice because you can get a double jump over near the walls, and you'll get credited with an aerial, and at least for me, it makes me look a lot better than I really am.
Always trying to steal those points. I mean,
that's right.
Even if you lose, if you were the top scorer on your team, that means that you carried your other team.
Absolutely.
Saitama with his second touch up here, setting it for Genos and blocking out Skills right here. Let's take it from the position of Skills here. He's going to see this ball come up. Saitama makes a good block up here, and he's just getting blocked out by Saitama 100%. Can't turn to the ball, and gets put in right there by Pepes. And he ties it up 2-2 with about 1 minute and 40 seconds left.
That was really a perfect play by Saitama. Perfect pass, nice easy lob. And
kickoff goal.
Of course.
Let's see the miscommunication on this right here. Let's see, Spicy takes the ball. Actually goes for a fast kickoff, which is something that is usually implemented by the upper players. So there is a way in that particular kickoff scenario to get to the ball faster if the other player is not doing the same strat. You want to slightly turn your car towards the inside boost and flip forward and diagonal. That way the back... Oh, what a save from Skills over here as I'm trying to save something. Gets right behind it and backflip it out. Even Genos acknowledging the save over there by chatting in there. But as I was saying, the fast kickoff it can really catch some of these other players that maybe haven't seen it before way off guard and leading to an open shot like Spicy had there. And Spicy on the dribble right here gets him right on the back of his car, jumps up and flicks it on the back.
Man.
It wasn't the greatest of shot, but I think Genos over there got a little too antsy on this. All he had to do was
going backwards.
Patiently wait. He was going backwards and flipped to the side instead of forward the way he should have.
Yeah, timing was off. That was kind of ugly. I think Spicy shot a little bit earlier than he would have liked, but still makes a goal. Now Spicy gets a savior, so hat trick and a savior for him. Another good game from Spicy.
About a minute left to go. 4-2 in the favor of Vape Nation. I feel that they're going to run away with this game, but there's still 50 seconds left, and Blue has been spurting some good pressure right here. Tom putting almost a good clear on net there, but Spicy coming across the goal line. Midfield to save it. Spicy out.
Had a chance. Could have brought him within one with just 40 seconds left.
And right here, again, Spicy with the dribble once more, but can't beat the last defender. Tama gets in the way, knocks it over the side. Skills, I think, got caught on that downslip I was talking about. Didn't quite get the angle he wanted to turn and missed the ball. Tama here with the save. Skills trying to take a shot of his own, but doesn't read the bounce quite correctly. Ball gets cleared out to mid, and Spicy will take the initiative, pushing it all the way to the wall. Going to get contested over here by Tama. Great clear out by Tama, contesting that on the wall. You don't want to let Spicy try to take that shot because he will put it in, more times than not, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we got only about 2 seconds left in this game. Looks like the ball's going to drop, and Vape Nation will take this game too. Wait a minute, ball's still up in front of the goal. Spicy trying to put it in.
Ooh.
Good clear and good save at the end there. Ultimately, pointless.
Yeah, ends up giving Tama the savior though, so that's nice. Can add that to his, his stat reel, highlight reel.
And Vape Nation goes up 2-1 in the set of games. Next game, if they win, they will take the entire set. So the Rarest of Pepes have a little work to do here as they want to come back in this. Like I mentioned before, really seeing those dribbles out of Spicy, I think, was the key element that sealed that game for them. And Tama and Spicy showing they're the best players on their team. It's gonna come down to a situation of whether Tama can outplay Spicy or whether Spicy can outplay Tama.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just been those two duking it out. It's good to see these high-skilled players kind of one-on-one, basically, and sometimes. I mean, finally some other players were able to get some goals, and Skills ended up actually having 3 shots in that one. So, yeah, the other players are kind of starting to step it up. I think they found their groove. That might be the difference in Game 4.
And we're back onto even footing right here, and I honestly think Wasteland needs to be incorporated into professional play. Nobody wants it to be, but it creates that incentive to practice the map instead of just hating it. Because I think
it's a part of competitive play too. So
right. It's in the ranked queue. I can't imagine a single person that actually likes playing on it, but it's kind of one of those necessary evils you need to diversify the game. And Tama with a beautiful play, showing control on the wall here, dribbling it up to the wall and letting it take a shot in, but Spicy there to make the clear, getting on the back of his head right here, patient play, and misses the dribble attempt right there. If you see, he got on the back of his car, but didn't flip in the correct way or the correct timing to get it into the goal. I think he should have flipped on his side, sending it upward instead of forward, which pushed it into the ground.
Nice center from him. Can anybody tap it in? No, that ball drops to the ground. Nobody from Vape Nation was really there to try to shoot it. It was a nice setup by Spicy.
Let's see what Maverick's doing in the goal over here. He seems to be playing very patient on his side, usually waiting in the goal and, letting Spicy work up there. Right here, he's going to let his team roll forward. Gets kind of bumped out from Genos on his way out, but this is what he's doing on his team right here. He's allowing Spicy to play aggressively by sitting in goal and, waiting for those clears that come in. They're going to have to put a good shot in if they want to beat that kind of play, because I think that kind of play will get beat by people aggressively attacking the goalie with demolitions and nearly a shot in from right there. Maverick actually committing too early on that ball, and it could have been a bad situation right there for Vape Nation. But Enigma up on the wall, Spicy playing him right up on the wall, winning that ball over into the corner there. Spicy still on the ball. We're going to hop over to his point of view here. Gets the dribble up here.
Nice and slow.
Nice and slow.
Just sniffs it out.
Yep.
and they get a clear. He and Gino kind of miscommunicating there.
There should be a shot in from Spicy, but a brilliant block right there from the Rarest of Pepes. I didn't see you quite got that block, but I think that ball was going in if you didn't get that touch. Maverick and Spicy both going for the ball here. Gino's putting a ball in, but Spicy ended up to recover anyway. That's that kind of positioning and awareness that I like out of Spicy. And I was kind of
just able to get that save.
I was kind of hoping Spicy. I was kind of hoping Spicy scored there so I could point out his quick turn that he used back there, but nevertheless, maybe a different opportunity.
Right. Next time.
Yeah. Maverick putting a shot in, using the back of his car to hopefully put in the top of the net. No going right there. Saitama on the ball, patiently waiting. Skills gets a good block in, still going to play it up. Beating Enigma out there, and Spicy just patiently waiting, not going for that ball, waiting for Skills to develop a play. Spicy taking his turn now, getting on the back of his car, up and over the first defender, but Saitama's right there to clear it out.
Yeah, he's so good at just having that ball rest on the hood of his car, then he'll double jump or flip forward to, put that ball up in the air and hopefully set up a teammate.
Here, once more, Spicy on the dribble, and this time he does get the shot in, and that one is going to find the back of the net. Good front flip this time.
Just a miss save there.
He gets the ball on the top of his car and then uses his front flip, that trebuchet motion I was talking about once more, to use the back of his car to flip it forward with a little bit of loft, beating the last defender there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because that one was not unsavable by any means. Enigma's timing was just a little bit off.
And we got a minute and 50 left here with V8pe Nation scoring their first goal. And actually the first goal wasn't scored until about 3 minutes into this first match, not showing as an aggressive game as the previous ones we've seen. But it only takes a point deficit of 1 to win, so if this was the only goal they score, that's GG for them. Enigma should have this save here. Spicy rotating back out, grabbing full boost, waiting for one Maverick to set here. He's going to wait in the middle of the field. Hopefully something develops like a bad clear. Just like this, he's going to put the ball back in, and Saitama's up there for the block. Those are those kind of clears you don't want to hit right into the middle of the field, where a player like Spicy is kind of sharking out there waiting for a shot back in.
Yep, and then a nice job by Spicy to not let that ball drop in front of his net, and then he is able to get the next touch and get the clear. That one, Maverick finally getting involved in the offense.
Maverick, that was a brilliant first touch off of the. He missed his initial touch, but recovered in time to scoop the ball as it bounced on the ground and creating a potential play there. I mean, he missed the first ball, but definitely made up and recovered by getting the second touch. Skills with the ball in the middle here. Gino should have this clear in. That's going to be a good pass / shot in. One Maverick's on the goal. Can't get quite up for that. Spicy going to try to defend it. Saitama comes in with a shot, but Spicy's there to block. Saitama blocks it to the side. Saitama's still on it with this set over here. I don't think Maverick's going to save this one, but Spicy saves it, but nicks it way over the goal. Hopefully Blue can get something in, but no going. Spicy all over the defense. Spicy just a one-man show out there.
Alright, only 17 seconds left. V8pe Nation can take this one. It is match over.
10 seconds left. Something miraculous needs to come out of the Rarest of Pepes out of here to maybe put this one away, but that's going to seal it right there. Spicy taking a great aerial shot over here. He gets the read off this bounce, sets his car, and he actually uses his rotation in the air. It's not a flip, but there's a button to laterally rotate. Hits it with the underbelly of his car, making it go down instead of hot forwards, because if he hit it with the front of his car, it would have maybe bounced off the crossbar or something like that. So great heads-up play there from Spicy. And that is it. V8pe Nation is going to take the set 3-1. Fat Lady has already sung in the right corner over there. Good games from both teams. I would say that was a game between Saitama and Spicy for sure. And so what are your thoughts on that, Rob? What did you see in that game that was good to you?
Well, like we said, kind of the whole series, it was all Saitama versus Spicy. Saitama was able to take game one, but Spicy was just too good. He was all over them on offense and defense, making great saves, making great shots, controlling the ball, and just slowing down the game. Sometimes that's what you got to do. And that can be what separates the good players from the bad players, knowing when to just slow it down. Mm-hmm. There's no need to rush.
Yep.
Let's just make a real play and make something happen.
He was very aware with where the enemy defenders were, and he took the time when he got the time. And that's what kind of crushed the blue team right there, the Rarest of Pepes. They got beat by the dribble, and they could have counteracted that by maybe aggressing a little harder and not letting him set up so much.
Yeah, they would have just kind of two players sitting in the net and waiting, which in theory would work, but he's too good. He's makes plays that are just really unpredictable. Spicy does, and they got beat.
And I want to give a shout out to Maverick in those games by being the kind of goalie-ish person staying back, because if it weren't for him, Spicy wouldn't be able to be up there making all those plays that he did, kind of playing the passive defender. It really goes unnoticed sometimes, but that sweeper in midfield or in the goal it can be the difference when you're trying to create offense.
Yeah, it might not be, the most fun role, but if you can play that role and make it work, it's definitely can be the difference between winning and losing.
All right, so that is going to wrap it up for tonight, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to give a follow to the channel for AVGL College and visit their website to perhaps sign up for an esport that you think you are amazing at. Go online, look for betting sites, enter the chances to play. They always got great prizes. I want to give another shout out to Psionics. GX Gaming and Gamer Saloon are sponsors for making this tournament happen. We will be back around. Thank you. We will be back around the same time tomorrow, barring any kind of technical difficulties. There was a little hiccup in the beginning of the stream with our internet service provider, and we hopefully that won't happen again. So we're thinking a 9 Eastern start for tomorrow. And I have been Fickle Platypus. If you want to go follow down there for Rocket League stuff, I retweet stuff from Rocket League Central all the time. And my friend Rob over here, Rapman Rob, if you want to give him a follow too.
Rap Mad Rob.
Mad Rob. Excuse me. Sorry.
That's all right. I get it all the time.
Okay. All right. So we'll
But yeah, follow me too. I'll be tweeting Rocket League stuff, retweeting Rocket League stuff, and other weird stuff.
All right. That is going to do it tonight for us, guys, and we will see you tomorrow.